This one. All right. Week numero uno, dos, tres, cuatro. My Spanish is real good, guys. All right. If you didn't look at, I'm guessing you guys haven't seen the PDF yet, which is totally fine. I dropped it just a little bit ago in the chat. So that is available, and we are on week 4 now. And first piece of the puzzle we're going to talk about is vision. Oh, yay, Amanda. So vision, where are we taking this? Where are we going? That's a super important piece of the puzzle. Joy and I were talking about this, I feel like, a lot today, just kind of, had a call and she was doing her mapping and talking about like where she's taking her business and her team and that kind of stuff. And like, that is so important. And last night on our team call, I talked about where I'm taking our team, what my vision is, 6 months to diamond. Like I'm kind of just skipping over sapphire and we're just 6 months to diamond. Like I actually need to write that down. I like that, 6 months to diamond. So you guys like know that I have a vision. Joy has a vision. Like I know Amanda's catching that vision. The vision is powerful and the vision is part of your why. Like on the days like, and it doesn't even have to be the days, on the moments, because every day can be a roller coaster, right? And even just like take Plexus out of the picture. Every day is a roller coaster. 1 minute you're like, oh my gosh, my kids are the cutest things in the world. I love them so much. The next minute you're like, I need to leave the house immediately, or they might not be alive. Right? Like we've all been there. We all get it. It's the same thing with our business, you guys. It's the same thing. Like 1 minute we get a message and someone's like, I'm all in, I'm going diamond with you. And the next minute you have someone telling you that you are the worst person to ever exist. Like Satan is running your life. I've had some real interesting messages come my way. So like it can be a roller coaster, but that is life. If you're constantly checking into your why are you doing this? Why are you showing up? What is your vision? You're going to stick with it. That's where the long term comes in. You know, I've never said this is a get rich quick scheme by any means. It is called network marketing. You have to put in work. Yeah, sure. You can go fast, start gold pretty fast. But after that, I'm like, work time. It's time to work. Now is when the network marketing comes into play. So ways to increase your vision: journal, write about it often, weekly, monthly, daily. Like honestly, daily. I love to journal daily and I call it brain dumping personally. Journaling to me sounds too formal and I don't really like to, I'm not a formal person. I'm not like, formal is not me in any way, shape, or form. Like that was very clear when we were on the cruise ship in a formal dining room. And I was like, I don't like this. This is awkward. Sure, I'll get fancy, but I do not know how to play the pinky part. Not my thing. So when brain dumping to me is literally, I just grab a piece of paper and I grab a pen and I write what comes to me. And whatever it is, I get a lot of vision, I get a lot of clarity, I get a lot of ideas from that. And that's kind of what gets me going, gets me excited. So I like to kind of start my day or my work day by doing some journaling, just dumping it all out there and getting some clarity around it. Okay. Also creating an environment of vision. I'm going to tell you, every once in a while, I walk into my office. Y'all, I told you, I'm not fancy. My desk and like my whole space is pretty much an explosion all the time. That's my life. My husband's is like the exact opposite. Well, actually his isn't like my husband is like you're neat and clean, tidy, and I'm explosion. Like he can't stand when I bake because there's flour like on my shirt, on my pants, on the walls and the ceiling and like it's a disaster. That's how I roll, guys. That is Michelle.
On the fly.
There are times where I'm like, it makes me anxious when there's too much. And so I'm like, I need a clean slate. So sometimes, like, I've been working in my house a lot lately because, well, my house is heated and I don't have to pay for the extra heat, because my office is not like heated as part of the house. And my dining room table is actually very clear. And I like just like the cleanness of it and the focus, and there's not so many things. So sometimes we need to organize like our lives to organize where we're going. Okay. But we also need to surround ourselves with positivity, remove the negativity. I actually kind of put a post up about this yesterday of like surefire way to lose friends. And you know what? Sometimes losing those friends is a breath of fresh air. I had someone on their own walk out of my life a few months ago. It was a very interesting situation, y'all. But after it was all said and done, I was like, whew, all right. Honestly, I feel better. The energy was just negative there. And I don't like negative energy. I don't want negative energy on my team. I don't want negative energy in my house. I don't want negative energy in my life. All of that. So creating your vision should be a positive situation. What do you want on your team? What do you see on your team? How can we bring in positivity, create like beauty? Okay. Be here now, put yourself there. Go to places, spaces, and experiences that future successful version of you would go. So I did this. Joy and Deidre have done it. Elise did it. You guys know I drive a Plexus Lexus. Prior to me even earning said Plexus Lexus, I went to the dealership. I picked out my car and I put $1,000 down because I knew in 2 weeks' time, I was going to earn said Lexus. However, Deidre and Joy and Elise have all gone to the dealership, have driven those cars around, decided what Lexus they're getting because they know they are going to have their butts in a Plexus Lexus. That is part of their vision. If you have like a dream home, start like I love to go. I use the Redfin app on my phone. Y'all, sometimes that's my late night binging. Like I don't really watch TV. I'll late night binge on like properties or houses and like create that vision for my family. And so it's okay to like, obviously you need to put the work in, but sometimes that work is what creating your vision, seeing what that's going to look like. And so like me late night binging for an hour at like 11 o'clock at night on some houses, it's totally fine, y'all. I haven't done it for a while actually, but that is kind of like put yourself in that space. How are you going to create that? We lost Adrian. She hit the no man's zone.
Whatever the mountain.
She'll be back in 15 minutes, guys. Yep. All right. So there's an assignment in here and it says, write about your vision for the next 3 months, 6 months, and year. There might not be enough space to write your vision. If you need more space, get more paper. Oh, she's back. How interesting. It's just a blip. She'll be gone in a minute. It's a figment of our imagination. Okay. Get clear on what or who has a negative effect on you and work to remove or create boundaries around it. What or who is that? Okay. That one's powerful. To be honest, sometimes I don't even realize that there is a negative person or thing in my life until it's like out the door and I'm like, oh, okay. Life is better now, right? We have this thing of like clinging on to something and we don't even know why we're clinging on to it. But if you identify something as like, this is negative, I don't want this here, that's okay. I will be honest with you guys. There have been times in my business, I don't feel like I have it right now, but there's been people in my business, customers or brand ambassadors, that it's not that they're necessarily a negative person, but it just working with them is like pulling a weighted sled. And that is exhausting. And I have learned to set boundaries around that. Well, yes, I will love them and I will support them in the space that I have for them. And outside of that, I am not going to pull their dead weight. They have to help themselves before I can help them. Okay, what are some things that you can do to practice and envision being her now? So being her is being your next best self. What does next best Beverly look like? How would next best Beverly show up? What would she do first thing in the morning? What would she do throughout the day? What time would she go to bed? What kind of foods would she eat? That is part of like next level you. You have to be next level you now. Like I have to be $1 million Michelle now if I want to be $1 million Michelle. $100,000 Michelle is not going to create $1 million Michelle. It's the same for you guys. And you might be like, hey, I just want to be like $2,000 Amanda over here. What does $2,000 Amanda look like? Amanda, I know that's not true, but I just had to use your name because you're sitting on here. Okay. Huh?
I said, don't you be picking on me.
I'll use Nancy next time. Nancy or Karen. Poor Nancy's and Karen's. Okay. Increasing and casting vision for others. It starts with you. If you lack vision for yourself, it will be difficult to cast vision to others. So you need to create your own vision. You need to talk about that vision. You need to post it all over the place. You need to believe in that vision, or it means nothing to anyone, including you. If you're not sold on it, it's not being sold on anyone else. Make it your goal to make them your friend. Spend time going as deep as you can, as fast as you can. So this is when you take a personal interest in your customers and people who might seem to be strangers. This is how you build. Our business is a relationship business. If you don't like people, if you don't know how to build a relationship, this can be real hard for you. And this is probably not your thing necessarily. I think a lot of the time people don't, and I get this, I get the whole like not liking people. There's times where I don't like people either. Honestly, it's because of your headspace that you don't like people and you're around the wrong people. If you're around those people, find new people. There's good, fun people out there. So if we need to find a whole new people, let's go find a whole new people. And make them your best friend. And if they do not reciprocate the friendship, bye. Bye. A relationship is two ways. I wrote about this in my post yesterday. If someone is not reciprocating their friendship, you guys aren't friends. Be a detective quietly. What do you see they need? So this is with like helping others. Okay. So what does someone else need? What do you sense they want in their life? What are their pain points? Oh, we lost Adrian again. So I have a lady right now who's kind of like going back and forth of she really needs the business. She really needs the products. She really needs the products. She needs the business. She needs to make money. She struggles with the simple sending messages. And I know like starting out for a lot of people, sending a message can be a lot. I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, beep, 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 beep. I don't care. I don't care, y'all. I'm sending messages all day long, but I've been doing this for a really long time. So I'm sitting here identifying what does she need? How can I build belief in her? How can I cast vision? And so I'm going to be sending her. I'm actually going to send it to all of you guys because it's just like, I feel like everyone should be watching it today. But I thought of a Diamond documentary that she needs to see, Cassie and Kyle Rainey. Like, it just feels right. And so like that is something that I'm going to share with her. Okay. So kind of just what does this person need to have more belief, to have more faith, to have the vision? Breathe belief into them, share what you see in them and what you believe they are capable of. Don't hold back. If you lack passion, they don't believe you. If you're not excited about this, they're not going to be excited about this. Okay. All right. So your assignment on helping others is list 5 to 10 people you want to get to know better and go deeper with and why. We lost Joy too. She'll be back. Okay. And then what 5 to 10 customers do you have that would be incredible business partners? If you don't have 5 to 10 existing, start thinking of people that aren't on your team already that you think they would be an incredible business partner with. What do you think is missing from the above that you need to begin doing immediately to cast a bigger vision? So what are you not doing? Or with what are you not doing with certain people, or what are you not doing in general that you need to start implementing to help create this vision? Okay, so that is our mindset piece. Now our training, how we're going to grow. Well, obviously that vision casting is it's a bit of a mindset and it's a bit of a development piece, but this pairs perfectly with developing. So we're going to talk about silver development here. Okay. Silver development is like the key to building your business. Me plus 3. We have been doing me plus 3 since basically the beginning of Plexus. And really, this is how it should be. Every person you enroll, it's them plus 3. Okay, so me plus 3, and then goes to them plus 3. You enroll someone, they bring 3. You enroll someone, they bring 3. That is how you go diamond. Everyone gets 3 people. Every person that comes in, 3. Every person that comes in, 3. I know that's a perfect world. I fully understand that. But that is the thought process and the mindset. And the more you practice that and the more you try and implement that, the bigger and better your business is going to be. Okay, so ways to do that. Bring up sharing casually before and during enrollment. I talk about sharing Plexus all the stinking time. Directly ask once they're signing up. So this is actually something like so simple. We're going to come from this book here, Exactly What to Say. You guys should be reading it. What you can say, you click, they're ordered, done. Most people really love having someone to do this with. Go text one person right now and say, I'm doing these gut health products. Do you want to do it with me? Most people. Okay. They're like, oh, well, I'm most people. That's a key phrase from the book. Okay. If you make it as simple as go text someone right now, who's the first person that comes to mind? I'm doing these gut health products. Do you want to do it with me? What do you think they're probably going to do? So we need to start with one. It's always one person. You focus on one person, and after you get them, you focus on the next person. It's always that one person, okay? So you get them one person, they only need to get 2 more to get, well, right now it's $440 because we're selling triplex reset combos. They make $440, okay? So that's how you start. Sign up process. Go get one person. Don't make it weird, simple, and this is what everyone does. They're going to do it. Okay. Follow up about people they mentioned within 24 to 48 hours. So they said, oh, yeah, I can think of a few people. Who are you thinking of? Oh, my mom, my friend Sally. Oh, we're going to talk Karen and Nancy. My friend Karen, my coworker Nancy. Okay. Okay. So you write those names down, by the way. You write whatever they say down. And then you check in like, hey, did you get a chance to shoot your mom and Nancy and Sally and Karen a message? What did they say? I can help get so they shoot them the message and then you're like, let me know what they say. Shoot me a message back with what they say. When you get a yes, pop them into a message with me and I will help get them the information. Boom, 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 boom. They're going to get exactly what you started with, triplex reset combo, and I'll help get them the support. Okay. Offer an example of a post or a message, whether they are a yes or a no. So another option here is, I can't think of anyone. You know what? Sometimes it's hard to come up with names. You make it sound normal. Like, I totally get that you can't think of someone right now. That's totally normal. What if we just put up a simple post I can send over your way and we'll just see who it catches. Simple. Okay. You send them a simple post, trying this gut health thing, sick and tired of being bloated and cranky and puffy when I wake up in the morning. I'm ready to feel better, and I'm not waiting until the holidays are over because I actually want to enjoy the holidays. Who else is with me? There's your simple post, guys. Okay. Okay. So invite them to share again when their products arrive. Hey, shake up your pink drink and send me a picture with it. I want to cheers you. They send a picture. Oh my gosh, you are so cute. That's such a great picture of you. Why don't you post that up real quick and just say, healthy tastes good. Can't wait to feel as good as this tastes. Boom, tag me. Simple post. Okay. Invite to share with initial results. I'm constantly like, hey, what positive changes are you noticing so far? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Everyone wants to feel that. Like, so many people are sitting there thinking, I really wish I didn't have to stop at Starbucks on my way to pick up my kids every day because I feel like crap. I bet if you told someone how good you're feeling right now, they would want it too. How about we share that? Who do you know it's also driving through Starbucks on their way to get the kids? Okay. So we're constantly popping back in on sharing. How do we share? Okay. So a little homework is, who do I need to ask to share? What do I know about their network? If you know who this person is, you know who some of their friends, family, whatever are. Hey, how about your mom? Hey, your coworker, I bet would love this. Okay. Bring up people. Hey, I know so-and-so is dealing with fibromyalgia. I know a lot of people have had some really good success with this and they have fibromyalgia. You should shoot them a message. Here's an idea of what that would say. New people are on a need to know basis. They do not need to know all the details, just the basics. Overwhelm is real and they aren't typically jumping all the way in with your business. Rather, they're dipping their toes in. So you don't want to don't want to scare them away. Okay. So you're not going to come in and tell them all about going silver. Silver means nothing to them. We talk about finding 3 people to get started with you, or just finding one. And then we increase from there, right? And you can totally, like, you get one, great. Cast vision of like, we're just going to grab 2 more and you're going to make $440. I say we just share with a couple more people, shoot a couple more messages out, and you're going to have so much more fun. Why don't we do that real quick? Okay, so there is a little like step-by-step. It says developing silvers. Number 1 is a product user. Goal is +1. And it kind of steps them through, invite them to have at least an accountability partner, show them how to use Go, add them to team pages, invite them to an event, follow up, celebrate victories, fortunes in the follow-up. Number 2 is baby steps. We want to try and get them to go silver. And so that looks like posting on Facebook and they can tag you, creating a list, 10 easiest and 10 best. You guys have heard me talk about this, you know, sometimes I say 5 easiest or 5 best, like whatever number you want, but like 10 is, I think, a better number of 10, the 10 easiest people to reach out to and the 10 best people to reach out to. Add them to the team page, introduce them to like 3-way messages, sample messages, blah, blah, blah. Number 3 is someone who's all in. So silver in a week. It's similar kind of thing. Post on Facebook, tag you, have them focus on more like 50 people versus the 10 and 10. Sample messages, get them to silver, and then focus on fast start senior silver.
Oh, senior
hosting
silver.
events, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you guys can look through that. Oh, we've got a whole bunch more pages. What a new sharer needs to know first. Okay. So you guys are going to be able to read through this. I'm going to just talk through some of the things. They need to know how and what to ask or say. Okay. So I messaged a guy today that he's a friend of a friend. I'm in a 3-way message with him, and he was going to order on the 30th of November. He said, like, yep, what do I need to do to order? And I told him, and then he goes, well, how much is this going to be? And I told him, and he said, I think we should wait. We're like up to our eyeballs in debt from an investment property. And so today I was like, you know what? I'm going to follow up with Mike, and I'm going to put $1,000 out there, because you guys, fast start silver is over, or fast start senior silver is over $1,000. And so I just asked him, hey, I'm curious if $1,000 would be of benefit to you guys right now with what you're going through? And he said, I would have to say yes. And I'm like, oh, would you like to know how I can help you do that? And he said, well, it wouldn't hurt. So I'm talking with him and I just said, just message your friends. This is what guys want. Guys want to feel good, have energy, and lose weight. That's what guys need to know. So you message your guy friends and you just say, hey, I'm doing this thing that's shown to have really good results of people having more energy, feeling good, and losing weight. Do you want to check it out? That's how you talk to guys, you guys. It's so, I love how simple it is. We don't need to fluff anything. It's just straight to this is it. This is what you need. It's going to do all that. Do you want it or not? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So I pretty much said, like, I told him just message that out. And when you get a yes, connect them with me. I'll take care of it. That's all I want you to focus on is that simple. Do you want to check this out? It helps with energy, feeling good, and losing weight. Okay. A go-to pack or two to recommend. Right now, I'm just like, everyone just needs to know about Triplex Reset because of the deals. That's what we're selling. So he actually asked me for like some information so he knew a little bit more about what he was going to be sharing with people. And I just sent him the graphic of Triplex Reset and I said, this is it. But all I want you to focus on is just sending out those messages and getting some yeses. That's it. Okay. How to share why they're excited about it, how to sign someone up, make them a cart. So I don't even do this until they're at least silver. I do it all for them until someone goes silver. They don't need to know how to make a cart until they're like silver, because I really think people need a lot of hand holding. Right. And so if I do this until they're silver, then I can slowly teach them how to do it on their own to continue. The secret to me, to everyone that does well, is getting them into three-way messages so they know how to have the conversations. Okay, what else do they need to know after they're kind of getting this under their belt? How to create a third-party validation when needed. So this would basically be like going into Facebook and typing in plexus diabetes, plexus anxiety, plexus weight loss, whatever it is, and sending them a testimonial, or they can go to YouTube and type in, plexus triplex and send them a video on the triplex, those kinds of things. That would also be kind of like videos or resources. They could also get them plugged into our messenger events, how to help people get signed up for the app, and support and encourage their friends. What to consider to move the needle: create an event to have them set a date and invite friends. So this would be either a messenger event or a Zoom. You kind of ask them what they think would be best for their demographic. Do you think a 20-minute Zoom or a 15-minute messenger event on Facebook or Instagram would be best for your friends and family? Do what's going to work best for them. If you need help with putting either together, guess what? I can help you. Okay. Then there's sample verbiage on what to say. So the first one is while sharing about the products and talking them through if they're even going to begin. So I'm sure not only you, but other people are coming to your mind that also struggle with similar things. These are such common issues. Okay. So once again, kind of making it normal that there's a lot of people out there, which it is, like, it's not normal, but that there's a lot of people out there that are struggling with their energy, their weight, their mood, their sleep, how they feel at the end of the day. While I'm sharing about what I think would be good for you, you might want to think about who else could do this too. I've just found that pretty much everyone, once again, everyone, like kind of going back to this is what everyone does, knows someone that also feels like crap. I am also casually mention as I'm talking to them about plexus and what they would use, that I started with my mom, sister-in-law, and brother, and a good friend. So when I started, I didn't want to do it alone, and my family was over for a family reunion. I ended up just mentioning it, and 3 of them wanted to do it with me. So you're just kind of like, I do this of like, yeah, my first 3 people. Well, actually, I talk about my first 4 people because it's what clicks in my head. My mom, she's my mom. My best friend had severe mental health issues, still like has always had severe mental health issues. She desperately needed some support. My husband, because it's my husband, right? And one of my clients who just wanted to feel better, wanted something to support her. Those were my first 4 people. Okay. So like, think through that. My husband, my mom, my best friend, and someone that I worked with, essentially. One of my personal training clients. We all know 4 people. And if you kind of just like, hey, this is kind of who got started with me, and you just rattle it off, they're probably gonna be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, sample verbiage and phrases once they are signed up. Okay, so let's get you plugged in and set up for success. I want to see you feeling amazing within the next 30 to 60 days. Here's what's going to happen. We'll get you signed up for our app and pivotal program, which gives you meal plans, recipes, and workouts. And we'll get you at least one accountability partner. Who could that be? That's so simple, right? So stinking simple. This is hilarious how people keep just popping off. Now Amanda's gone. Beverly, I think you're next.
No.
So funny. Okay, so excited for you. Going to be honest about two things because I want you to have the best experience and expectations. We have an 84% success rate and results when people have accountability partners and do this with friends. Would you be up for inviting a few friends to do this alongside you? And of course, consistency over time. It's not a magic pill, and anything that is probably going to harm you. Make a commitment to be consistent. Sound good? So like, we're just being really like normalizing that, like, do you want to grab someone to do this with you? Why not? Let's get you an accountability partner. It's gonna, everyone does it. I want you to have an 84% success rate. How about we grab 3 people? It'll be really fun just to get a couple of your best friends to do this with you. Are you in a group chat? Like, do you have a group chat with your best friends? Why don't you just throw this in there? Like, hey, I'm doing this gut health thing. Do you guys want to check it out and see what they say? Normal. This is normal. We share all the things, right? Why not share this? Okay, so there's some more verbiage in there. And more, so setting expectations is important as well, because we don't want people to think that they're going to send out 3 messages and all 3 people are going to sign up. Okay, that's the perfect world. We don't live in one. So kind of setting the expectation of, it's normal if people don't respond to you, that's fine. And so if you don't get a ton of comments or responses, just know that's normal. People are busy, forget, or may not be super excited about it yet. Happened to me, and I thought, shoot, what's wrong with me? I've just learned that my invitation is planting a seed. And over time, most of my friends and family have come along. Okay. So really just getting them to see that this isn't a magic. I talk about a magic post, but there is no true magic post, right? Okay. So you get them a +1. Now what do you do from there? So excited you got your accountability partner. And in the process, you made $35 just for bringing one person. For the wording on here is, there's a typo. Not sure if you'd be interested, but you get that for each person. This needs to be rewritten. And when you get a third thing, you actually get a $200 referral bonus. Kind of crazy, but also a no-brainer. Want to grab another friend to come along. Okay, so they got one person, and then you're like, hey, we just go get 2 more. You're going to end up with that being $300 instead of your $35. I think it's a no-brainer. Should we go for 2 more? Okay. And then there's some sample posts for newbies on here. There's a few different ideas, like 4 weeks, 20 workouts, 2 supplements, best health ever. This stuff is no joke. Let's do it together. And then they drop a picture. 30 days, 8 products and subs, and blank pounds down, but that's not it. I feel freaking amazing. So glad I decided I didn't have anything to lose except time and feeling better. Want to do a reset with me? Okay, so there's some sample posts on there. Those are great. All right, I just went through our bootcamp PDF. Do you guys have any questions?
Mhm.
No.
Hmm.
It's simple, right? It's only complicated because we complicated ourselves. That's the truth right there. Okay. So since you guys are chatterboxes with so many questions, if you didn't get a chance to listen to, or watch my video, listen to the video that I dropped in the chat, starting tomorrow, we are going to do a 5-day messaging blitz, and then we're going to follow up with another 5-day messaging blitz. So our first 5-day messaging blitz, what we're going to do is spend at least 15 minutes, and this 15 minutes needs to be planned out so you are as effective with your time as possible. You're coming with your list to it. What I recommend is downloading your friends list. That's where I find it just to be the most effective. You just start at the top and you go down. And what you're going to do is essentially message your friends, and I'm going to pop the message idea in there. I haven't done that yet, but you are basically going to do a pulse check on your friends and ask them how they're doing. So what I would say, just off the cusp, essentially would be something along the lines like, hey, I just wanted to pop in here and do a pulse check of you. I know this time of the year can be hard for a lot of people with it being dark and gloomy and cold, but also with the holidays, some people just have a lot of emotions that are tough surrounding the holidays. And I'm not sure if you're someone that's in that space, but I just wanted to check and see how you're doing, if there's anything that I can do to be of support to you or any way that I can pray for you in this time. How are you doing, friend? Okay. So you are literally just loving on people, seeing how they're doing. I essentially did something similar to this in the spring, and I signed up a ton of people because everyone was coming to me saying, actually, I'm really struggling with blah, 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 and just spilling so much to me. And I offered them a solution that sounds like Plexus. Okay. So that is part of the piece of the puzzle. So we want to, my goal is I'm going to be sending a minimum of 30 messages. You can set, you have an option, like you can pick your number, or I want you to at least set a timer. If you have, like, I'm going to pre-record that message and forward it as quickly as I can to as many people as I can. That's how I roll. I have my friends list downloaded already, and I start at the top and I go down. And I just cross them off as I send it. And then when someone responds back to you, regardless of what that response is, obviously you are going to create a conversation as much as you can, love on that person, you know, whatever they need. Even if they're just like, hey, thanks for checking in, I'm good. That's fine. You can still say, oh, I'm so happy things are going well. Did you get all your Christmas presents? Like, one thing that I'm going to probably say is, what did you get for your husband? I am stuck and I need some ideas. Like, just creating a conversation, because, like, straight up, guys, I have no idea what I'm getting my husband. No clue. Like, every year, like, guys are like, why do we buy men presents? There is no point. So, like, just creating conversation. And I like funny. And so I'm like, girlfriend, what did you get your husband? I need to know because I don't know what to get mine. Like, that's funny, right? And so just kind of being funny and creating that connection is really good. Writing those names down. So then we're doing this for 5 days. So starting tomorrow and going through Sunday. Starting on Monday, we're going to switch and we're going to do a messaging blitz focusing on asking people to check out Plexus. Okay. The $1 sign up ends on the 15th. We want to front load our month because around that time is when everyone's it's Christmas time. Okay. And so instead of like, oh my gosh, $1 membership's over, everyone's checked out, like, we're going to work now. Okay. So we're going to spend all next week, the Monday through Friday, asking people to check out Plexus. And part of doing your messages the first 5 days is getting your list of who you're going to ask about Plexus. Okay. If someone pops up and you need to talk to them about Plexus now, don't wait until next week. Don't wait until next week. If they're like, oh my gosh, you know what? I am really depressed and I'm really struggling. This is a really hard time of the year for me. You offer them a solution. Don't wait because I told you we're just messaging about like praying for people. No, you offer them a solution, you love on them, and you offer them a solution called Plexus and Vital Biome and Slim and some X Factor because they're vitamin D deficient. Okay. So that's a little bit of so first 5 days, let's just focus on sending out those messages, loving on people as much as we can, getting that list. And if we can get some signups this week, amazing. Let's sign people up. I've already signed 3. Yeah. And I have another 3 that I'm hoping to get tomorrow. So like front loading my month as much as I can. I recommend you guys doing it as well. But that's where we're going to start. Just kind of have some fun on that. I will be doing some prizes for sending out all of those messages over the next 10 days. Like we're doing a 5-day chunk and a 5-day chunk. I will be like sending you guys some fun things because that's fun, right? Some little Christmas gifts. Yeah. What's up?
I need the name of that liquid vitamin D3.
It's from Vitacost.
Vitacost?
Hold on. I can message you a link.
Okay. Because I'm taking literally 50,000 IUs of this stuff a day, and my vitamin D is 24.
Yeah,
And I've been doing this for a year.
Taking a tablet, right?
It is not working.
Yeah, no,
They're giving me this garbage from the pharmacy, and obviously, if I'm taking this much of it and nothing's happening, it's not good.
Right.
So I don't care what she says anymore. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I need that vitamin D level up pretty. And I was taking my pills just like a good little girl, 3 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, just like she told me to do. And I'm sorry, my vitamin D level in 3 months' time went up 1. I'm like, I'll spend the rest of my life taking your pills before it happens. So yeah.
I'm sending you, I send it in Messenger. It's a link straight
Awesome.
to it. I think they might
Yeah.
have changed it a little bit because the one I have been using, 1 drop is 2,000 IUs, and this one is 5 drops is 2,000 IUs.
Oh.
So I don't know, they might have changed something a little bit because I don't see that one, the one that I have
Yeah.
available anymore, but it's literally like an essential oil bottle. And so it's literally a drop.
A drop. Right.
So you would measure like 5 drops is 2,000 IUs. If you need more, if you need 10 drops, if you need 4,000 IUs, I wouldn't like 50,000 IUs is ridiculous.
It's not working. It doesn't do anything.
I've known so many people that are doing that. How many X Factor are you taking a day?
So I take 3 X Factors a day now.
Okay. How
3.
many ProBio are you taking?
So my ProBio, I'm up to 2 in the morning and 2 at night.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because and ladies, I had the duodenal switch, which is the worst possible scenario of gastric bypass. I wish I had never did it. There's nothing they can do to fix it. So my body doesn't take vitamins like your guys' bodies do. So if I can get liquid in this D3 may really help me because those capsules, my body's just doing nothing with them.
Or is it, I'm gonna stop.